Hi, I'm Rob, and this is the unedited spoilers. You get everything here. You get the T-slurps, you get the mistakes, you get it all going on in this video, where I'll tell you what is going on next week in the world of Gems of War. But first up, let's do the Glory Shop troop reminder. If you've not done so already, make sure you grab Pride Stalker. Not too bad at all, really. Damage to an enemy boosted by their attack, so the more powerful the enemy, the better the boost, and if they use red mana, inflict 2 stacks of bleed on them, which is true damage. So damage based on the enemy with a boost as well, and some true damage, so pretty nifty. And starts battles with 50% mana, cannot be targeted by spells, and a little bit of extra life. So yeah, not too shabby at all. Make sure you grab Pride Stalker from the shop. Anyway, how do you get a farm girl to marry you? First, a tractor. A tractor. A tractor. Attract her. Do you see? A tractor. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's carry on with what's going on. Oh, good. Oh. Next week, the continuation of the campaign. Let's see what we get in the campaign pass. Not a lot in the free pass. It's a bit lame. A very mediocre amount of gold and some super minor stuff, but it normally balances out one week to the next. And we do get some okay keys in the first upgrade pass. Not too bad, and a book of deeds at the end as well. So yeah, not too bad. And look, I say next week actually gets better for the free pass with some much better rewards in there, but it is what it is. So next week we'll be taking a look in the Soul Forge. Monday morning I'll be doing a video popping into the Soul Forge, telling you what I think are the best weapons and indeed the best troops to craft from there. And then I'll do an Underspire video. I'll be taking a look at the Underspire on the restrictions from there and popping a team into the same video. It'll be Soul Forge video at the beginning, then the event video, and then the Underspire team at the end. Hopefully a nice team to whiz through as fast as possible. I keep on saying it every week, but I've got to start playing this Underspire. Just had not a lot of time to do all the daily things I need to do in life, as well as the daily things that are required in Gems of War if you want to do all the possible daily things. I'm running out of time for daily things. I need more daily time in my daily day, if that makes any sense. Anyway, we'll do that video on Monday. Epic Trials. I'm going to be in Darkstone. I've done videos on all the Epic Trials already, how to get through every single one all the way, so there's no need to make that video again. Just go to my channel, type in Darkstone Epic Trials, and you will find the video and strategy to hopefully get that done for you. But some of them can be very tricky indeed. And Darkstone is indeed the Kingdom of the Week. Hang on, let me have a little tea slurp here. Wouldn't be a live video without a that's not live, unedited live. It's not. Yeah. Anyway, without a tea slurp, I've got to have some tea. I don't know how often I have tea. Well, I do. It's roughly between 8 and 10 a day cups. So I drink it quite steadily throughout the day. So I must actually have many slurps of tea a day. What that's got to do with anything, I literally no idea. Anyway, so the Kingdom of the Week is a Darkstone, and what that means is when you go to your chests, you can look at your event chests, and when that becomes Darkstone, which it will do from Monday, you can open those chests knowing that you can only get troops from Darkstone. Right now that is troops from Pride Lands, because that's the current Kingdom of the Week, but from Monday that is going to change to Darkstone. And what that means is you can actually go to your collection and we can have a little butcher's. That's UK slang for have a look if you're from somewhere else that's not the UK. And have a little butchers, as we says, and see what troops are there. If you go to show all, it'll show everything, and when you scroll down, if anybody's greyed out, that means you have not got that troop. So by busting open your event chests from Monday, you could maybe get a troop you actually need rather than just duplicates from opening random keys. There are a couple of caveats to this though. If it says watching, all see, watching? Wow, watch mother, that's why I saw that first. If it says all seeing eye, on it first, like this one does, then that means you cannot get this from those event chests. You have to get it from the underworld in the all-seeing eye, so do bear that in mind. And we can also pop the mythics to the top. Let's do that. And we can see that we have another troop here you can't get from here. This is from Darkstone as well, but this is one of these special dragons. You need to get them from the dragon eggs. So you can't get Nebuladrix from here either. But you can get the Consort of Darkness, the Mother of Darkness, and the Possessed King from here. Possessed King, particularly good. Really, really good. Love that. Unstable possession. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So if you missed any of those mythics in particular, then definitely bust open some of your event chests next week, starting from Monday. So the main event next week is a raid boss event. Pretty cool. Do like a little bit of raid boss, and we've got a new troop there, that hag thing there. Let's take a little look at that, see what she does. Alright, so magic +4 looks like damage to an enemy if they're a boss, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. Then convert 6 green gems to cursed gems. So damage, and you get that nice boost as well versus the boss, and then convert 6 green gems to cursed gems. Cursed gems are brown, so it's basically convert green to brown with the effect of cursed. And cursed is really good. It can take away positive status effects like submerged, things like that, and it can make impervious troops normal troops. So yeah, really, really good. That's not too bad at all, that. I do like it when they have a nice little extra part to the spell, because normally the raid boss troop is just normally like a pure damage troop, and it is nice when the added bit is handy, which that is. Deal 3 to 5 times skull damage versus bosses based on my ascensions is obviously the main part of the traits. Halve enemy gem masteries is not bad either though. It slows down the enemy's rate of collecting mana. And immune to poison is immune to poison. Not much more to say about that. Handy against poison troops. But yeah, that troop coming on Monday, and I'll do an invasion video. Nice team for that. Hopefully to blast through that event really quick. So that'll be all in one video. The Soulforge video first. Did I say invasion? Then the raid boss team, and then the Underspire team. I'll get there in a minute. Right, so that is Monday. Obviously, Monday continues as well the Spirits of Spring event. Very easy event to do. Just do your battles every day. Make sure you don't miss any days out. And collect your rewards. They build up, and you go to the event shop and you buy stuff. You want to concentrate on getting Azaleus. Really, really cool troop this. Choose one. Choose a mana colour. Convert 10 gems of that colour to enchant gems. And bless all allies of that colour. Or choose a mana colour and convert 10 gems of that colour to entangle gems. And curse all enemies of that colour. So pretty cool mana generator with the effects of bless and curse as well. Very interesting indeed. We'll be looking at that in a separate video, I think. But make sure you grab one of them at least. Or one set. And if you've got an Orb of Ascension, you can actually get that to mythic level straight away as soon as you made that shop purchase. Make sure you grab the Bumblebee as well for a mere 100 points. You get 6 of them in that. Very handy as well. Gives it a boost. Azaleus a boost. Alright. Press the wrong button. What am I doing? Pressing that, that's it. So +1 skill points to Azaleus. Get it to mythic level, give +5. So really cool. Oh, you stop telling me I don't have enough blossoms. Oh wait, I'm going to get enough blossom things, right? So to do this event is very, very simple. You just pick the troops on the mana restriction, which is green, and you do your battles and you earn points. It's just, if you find the battles easy, do the power up thing when it comes along. If you found it difficult, then a power down. Easy as that. Right, so should we give Austelarix a boost with this team at the same time, just for a laugh? So we've got 180 damage to all right now. That is enough to wipe everybody out, but let's just give it a bit of boost just for fun and put it to 336 damage to all. See you a lot later. Right, now it can't tell me I haven't got enough blossom things. Haha. Because now I have got enough blossom things. This is a bit I was talking about a second ago. If you're finding the battles easy, walk in the park, you can go to power up and earn more blossoms. If you found it a little bit of a challenge, just to stay as you are maybe, no change, and get slightly less. And if you found it difficult, or you felt yourself lucky to win, or you lost, then power down and lower the difficulty of the enemies for slightly less blossoms at the same time. But I'm going to do that because I am a hero. Right, so that is that. On Tuesday, we have a faction assault in the all-seeing eye. So let's take a little look at that over there. Do you see? Take a little look at that. All-seeing eye. Good, isn't it? No. I say no. It's rubbish. Anyway, but it's a faction assault in the all-seeing eye. Pretty easy one to do using the faction team. Low level horde for this is enough to get it done. But if you're missing any troops from here, bust open a few portals and see if you can pick any of them up. Because as we said, these are the ones you cannot get from your event chests regarding these troops. But yep, do the underworld and make sure you get it to level 2,500 on each one. Pick up that renown and get those lovely bonuses to literally all your troops in the game. And you've only got to do it once, even though it seems like a bit of a pain when you're doing it, because some of them are particularly tricky. Right, Wednesday we have a pet rescue, and it's Carmina's kitty. Carmina's kitty needs rescuing. Yes, you have to save her kitty. And when you upgrade it to mythic level, her kitty gets more skills. Gets better at what it's supposed to do. So you give her kitty some attention, and it just gets more and more skillful and more better at what Carmina's kitty is meant to do. And at maximum level will give you +5 skill points. That is a powerful kitty boost, and everybody likes a kitty boost, and I'm not talking about that anymore. And on Thursday we have a class trial in Plague Lord. Let's take a look at that. Handy class this. I do like this one. Let's go to Plague Lord. All enemies lose 2 random skill points. Not too bad. Immune to disease and lycanthropy. Handy depending upon the team. Contagion. Inflict disease on a random enemy on green gem matches. So collect green, disease. Pretty handy. Slows down the enemy's rate of collecting mana. And the talent trees are pretty cool as well. I do like these. This is a nice mix of various things. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me is useful. So it takes away the enemy's traits. Dark hunger. Surprisingly useful. Still 1 life from the first enemy when matching purple gems. The amount of times you got the enemy on just 1 or 2 life points and you've got to hit them again with a skull or cast a spell on them to get rid of them. It feels like that was a waste of what could have been significant damage on somebody else. And just a couple of purple matches can end their day. Very handy indeed. Anti-magic sphere, always useful to have reduced damage from spells. Mana source, always good to start with 50% mana as well. But you can have a Hellspawn chance of a summon when an enemy dies if you like. Sudden Doom, create a Doomstorm at the start. You can have a magic boost when using relics, or very handy Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. You can have a boost from brown, a boost from purple. Really good classes, and Fortitude just to wrap it all up. Immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. So really good class. Make sure you get it to level 100. And on Friday we have a bounty event, and yes, and that is it for the week. So a bounty event, I don't always do a video on this anymore because it's such a similar thing. What am I pressing? I have no idea. So a bounty event on Friday through Saturday and Sunday, but like I say, I don't always do a video on this because it's very similar. All you do is pick the same kind of team. It's put in bounty event on my channel. You see a zillion teams, very similar set. I've varied it a few times, but most people just do the same kind of thing, same kind of troops every time, but swapping out the bounty captain to make sure you get as much of a multiplier as you require to get the job done. But there it is, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.